Good morning everyone, thank you for joining me on Yo-Yo Store Rewind. My name is T from TokYo-Yo. Here we are back at it again with another yo-yo review. Today we're looking at a yo-yo from a company I've never tried before. We're going to be looking at the JapanTechnology Linkx, or Linkx? One of the two, I'm not sure which. Alright, let's get into it. So the shape, as you're going to see here, is a very hard H. It kind of reminds me of the old North Star, Protostar design from Yo-Yo Factory. Those very sharp rises up from the gap into the rim that kind of give it the classic H shape. In the cup, you're going to see this really interesting double rim design here. And then in the center, you've got a very deep bowl with a button in the center that has the logo of the yo-yo on it. The material is plastic, polycarbonate plastic, which is very smooth. It feels almost matte, but it's not quite like that brushed plastic feel, but it is very high quality feeling. The feel is pretty comfortable. It's a little bit different than you might expect. Because these rims are so huge, you can't really get your finger all the way into the gap, which might feel a little bit strange at first, but after a little bit of playing with it, you can get used to it. The look is very modern. Not only, like I said, you have this double rim design, you have the really big rims, which although they kind of harken back to a classic design, also look quite futuristic with this really clear plastic. This looks like it was injection molded, but there's no sign of injection marks, and there's these cool little like circles here, which maybe are from the mold or something, but in any case, they make it look pretty cool and modern actually. Inside here, you've got the axle system, which connects the two halves together. You can kind of see that through the yo-yo, which is pretty cool as well. It's just a very neat design all around. I'd never played with the JapanTechnology yo-yo before. This was my first one. They are very well known for having high quality products, so it wasn't really something I was worried about if it was going to be good quality or not. It was more just, I wasn't really sure what to expect. And JapanTechnology is obviously from Japan, and they're pretty respected in Japan as a yo-yo manufacturer. As far as how it plays, it's very light and quick on the string. I think this is somewhere around 62 or 63 grams, which you might not expect at first because the rims are quite big and quite heavy, so it's kind of a deceptive feel on the string. But it does move really well and it holds its plane well. I think because of the H shape, it's able to keep its stability. It binds really nicely. It has a very nice bind to it, very snappy, and probably the lightness helps with that. As for grinds, you're not going to really get too many grinds on this because it's pretty narrow. It's hard to get your finger in properly. There's a lot of friction with your finger on here, as well as the fact that it's not 100% brushed or anything. It's not like a matte plastic. It's a little bit glossy, so finger grinds really aren't a thing with this yo-yo. As well as finger spins, you're not going to get much of anything on here because it is a neat, nice deep cup, but you do have this button in the center that kind of prevents you from getting any sort of finger spin going. That's not really what the yo-yo was designed for anyway, though. The size does make it interesting in the hand. It is interesting on catches as well. Like I said, it is a little bit big, so you might have to get used to that feeling at first. It might feel a little cumbersome when you first throw it, but if you give it a little bit of practice, this thing starts to feel natural pretty quick. And also because of the larger size, you know, it does look like it's a bit narrow because of the H profile, but actually it's very easy to catch on the string. Because it is such a big yo-yo, it feels like it has a big target to hit. One other thing I should mention, this yo-yo came with a little bit of vibe. It's not the worst by any means or anything like that. It's not the smoothest plastic I've ever played, but I think the bar for plastic smoothness is really high right now, so I'm not sure if it's fair to judge it on that. I feel like the quality in other sections of this yo-yo kind of make up for that. It's got the double rim design, which is interesting. It's got these really big rims, which give it spin time and stability. It's got the really nice response. It comes in some cool colors. I really like the clear color as well. It comes in right around $30, so I think that's really not a bad price for this at all. I think the quality more than makes up for the little bit of vibe that it has. And again, the vibe isn't something you really feel on the string. It's more just like nail vibe and stuff like that. And one thing I really like about it, as I said, one thing about the quality is that it seems to be lacking any sort of like injection molding marks, which is really cool. There's just like these little dots around here, which I kind of think make the yo-yo look cooler. So I don't know. It's an interesting yo-yo. In conclusion, I think it's pretty interesting. It's a good first foray into plastics for JapanTechnology. I think, you know, they could have charged a lot more for this, and a lot of times, you know, boutique companies or like high quality performance companies usually do charge a lot more for their first plastics because they're not cheap to make, or, you know, because they have that prestige and that boutique name behind them, they're able to charge more. But I'm kind of glad that they came in with a really cheap price, right around $30–35 for this. So a lot of people could give it a try and kind of see what it's all about without breaking the bank. All right, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave us a like, a comment, a subscription. I'd really appreciate it. You can go check me out over at TokYo-Yo as well. That's my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a nice day, and sayonara.